This skill should be a good remedy against champs with built-in unkillable mechanics, swift parry, and bolster artifact set. So we're finally getting a champion that's gonna be good against swift parry and bolster artifact sets. Let's find out. What is up, everybody? Skratch coming up with another Raid Shadow Legends video. I got some juicy news for everybody out there. Actually, we have a couple of topics to cover in today's video. First, we have a brand new promo code. Now, there is a catch, okay? Unfortunately, and I repeat, unfortunately, it only works on Plarium Play. I've already posted this one. I found out the promo code on my community tab. So if you want to find out the promo codes as soon as they drop, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Basically, this is the promo code right here. Plarium Play 3 is the 3rd anniversary for the Plarium Play, which allows us to play the game on PC without using an emulator. And we get 500 energy, a 5-star chicken, 1 million silver, and some multi-battles. The rewards are actually very, very solid, but unfortunately, mobile players cannot use the promo code. It doesn't work. I tried it on my referral account and it didn't work. So either you're gonna have to install Plarium Play on your work PC if you have one, or maybe ask a friend to do it for you if you're not able to and you don't want to miss on the goodies. But unfortunately, it doesn't work on mobile. And on top of it, we have a brand new fusion. Now, I've told you guys a week ago, we are definitely gonna have 2 fusions till Halloween. So I'm gonna give you a warning now, okay? Remember it. Make sure you guys are deciding if you're gonna do this fusion or you're gonna preserve and save all your resources till the Halloween fusion. So let me just quickly bring this on the screen. On Tuesday, October 4th, which is like 6 days or something like that, we're planning to launch a fusion event of a new champion, Maronix. Faction, Dark Elves, Rarity, Legendary, Type, Attack, Affinity, Force. We're gonna go over the kit and everything else in just a second. First, hear out the warning. Now, if you guys wanna do the Halloween fusion, you're most probably gonna have to skip this one if you're free to play. Save your shards, save your energy, save your chickens, don't waste them, and you're gonna be able to complete the next fusion. What I've noticed in the last couple of months is that the fusions are so close to each other that is barely 1 week gap in between them. So it's impossible as free to play, I think, to make every single one of the fusions. I think you really gotta put everything in balance and be like, okay, maybe I'm gonna skip this one, maybe I'm not gonna do it this time. I'm gonna wait for the next one. It's not that amazing as a champion for my account. It's not what my account needs at the moment. Take all this in consideration, and I can guarantee you every year on Halloween we have a fusion. We had Jack, we had Elegias, we had some other champions which I cannot really remember. Jack was actually a pretty solid champion. If we kind of like stay to think about what champions we had as fusions for Halloween, they weren't that crazy game changing, but honestly it's up to you if you want to save it. Now let's have a quick look at this fusion kit. Maronix is a champion that is aimed to be a force in PvP and PvE waves content. Also, her skill set can make her viable for Hydra. Her kit is greatly influenced by a recently buffed Hex debuff. With A1, she attacks one enemy 2 times if the target is under a Hex debuff. Okay, so basically we don't need to read all this because I'm gonna bring out the picture. And this skill should be a good remedy against champs with built-in unkillable mechanics, swift parry, and bolster artifact set. So we're finally getting a champion that's gonna be good against swift parry and bolster artifact sets. Let's find out. So if we're gonna go right here at the picture, where is it? I was looking for the picture, waiting to have a different image. I forgot that it usually opens this on a Google Play for some reason. Here we go. This champion does look awesome design-wise, right? We have Maronix. She's a Dark Elf champion. Love the knives, the whole outfit look pretty damn sick. Reaper's Due is the A1 skill. Attacks one enemy 2 times, has a 50% chance to place up to 2 extra hits if the target is under a Hex debuff. The chance to place extra hit is calculated individually per hit. So basically, you could proc a 50% chance on the first hit to do the 2 extra hits, and then proc the 50% chance on the second hit to do the 2 extra hits, which could be crazy in clan boss. Think about Fushan, imagine his A1 going crazy sometimes. This definitely has a higher chance at doing that, you know what I mean? So it could be pretty powerful. The A2 Excruciate is on a 4-turn cooldown. Fully booked is gonna go down to a 3-turn cooldown with a 100% chance to land the debuff. So attacks all enemies, 75% chance of placing a Hex debuff, and a 60% defense down debuff for 2 turns. I'm really curious to see what sort of multipliers we're gonna have on this champion. One thing I can tell you for sure, you're not gonna be able to get crazy damage out of this champion if you are building it with accuracy, because you're losing tons and tons of attack from the banner, etc. This could be an amazing pair with Mithrala, for example, because we have increased attack, we have a Hex on all the enemies, so she could actually benefit from it. That could actually be very solid. More and more people are getting their Mithrala up and running. So this could potentially be pretty good. Just by looking at the A1, thinking of Fushan, looking at the A2 defense down, this could potentially be a solid champion even for clan boss. Again, it depends what sort of multipliers this champion will have. Having the defense down, the Hex, the high chance of placing all those extra hits, it could potentially be pretty nice. The A3, this is going to be on a 4-turn cooldown, fully booked. Attacks all enemies, will ignore unkillable buffs and shield buffs if targets are under a Hex debuff. So if you really want to make the most out of this skill right here, you definitely want to pair her with Mithrala for Arena at least. The only problem for Arena, she is the wrong affinity. Force affinity is really at a massive disadvantage for offense in Arena because of all the Spirit champions. This could potentially make her a good counter for Cupidus Venus teams, but then hey, Cupidus is Spirit, strong affinity to Force. Mortu Macab is strong affinity to Force. Duchess, strong affinity to Force, etc, etc. So that can be a pretty big problem for this champion if we're thinking of using her as an Arena offense champion. Then we have places an unkillable buff on this champion for 1 turn if this attack kills an enemy without a Hex debuff. Places an unkillable buff for 2 turns instead if this attack kills an enemy under a Hex debuff. We get a 10% extra damage from this skill, 20% on the A2, 20% on the A1. So if the multipliers are showing good, we could have a pretty solid AoE nuker, you know, because we do have 2 AoE attacks. The multipliers will have to be over 4 points on each one of the skills. The base attack should be at 1.5k minimum to kind of like get some solid damage out of the champion, to compare her with a Foley, with a champion like that, of that caliber, you know, not even with the very top nukers in the game. The passive, that's Collector, resets the cooldown of the A3 skill whenever this champion kills an enemy under a Hex debuff. Increases this champion's attack by 5% for each enemy under a Hex debuff. You could potentially get a 20% boost on your base attack from the passive if you're landing Hex on 4 enemies. Keep in mind, if you are thinking of Arena, is so much stone skin around, so landing debuffs on the enemies is gonna be pretty hard, and it's gonna be pretty hard to make the most out of this champion, at least for Arena. So it comes in play like, can she be compared with a Seer to destroy waves at that level? No. So we have Thea, the Vault Angel, which is the champion that we're getting from the Doom Tower with Hex. She has very strong multipliers, and even with some of my best gear on the entire account, I don't manage to get her to one-shot the waves on stage 25 consistently. So if I cannot do it with the gear that I have, most of the people won't be able to do it, you know, because it's pretty needy in terms of stats, and I feel like she won't be as powerful. I might be wrong. Even if she is as powerful, even if she's, let's just say, 20% more powerful, the whole problem is that the stats, they still need to be crazy if you wanna one-shot waves and be like, okay, I'm gonna fast farm this dungeon because I got a new wave killer. Maranix, she's destroying waves. It's not as easy. So basically, let me put it in the next way. If you guys think that this champion will benefit your account, do the fusion. If you're free to play, most probably you're gonna be in a bad situation, in a bad spot during the Halloween fusion, which could potentially be better than this or could potentially be worse than this. You know, either way, you gotta decide if this champion will actually bring anything to your account. So this, from what I've noticed, is not mentioned that is a fragment fusion. So this will be a classic fusion event where most probably we're going to have 4 epics with it. Maybe some of the epics that are coming will benefit your accounts more. So I'm trying to see if anything is being specified in here, but it's just saying a fusion. Usually it's called a fragment event when it's the one with fragments. So I'm pretty convinced this is a normal fusion. We're gonna have 4 epics or maybe 1 epic to do it. I'm not sure just yet. But maybe the champions that are being used for this fusion might benefit your account a bit more, and that will kind of like allow you to skip this fusion. My opinion, this champion will bring 0 to my account. Literally 0. I don't see any value out of this champion for my account. Even with high multipliers, how I mentioned, she is the wrong affinity, so I won't use her in arena either. I won't replace my seer with her because having seer, it's running around and just slaughtering waves. It doesn't require me to give her a 7.5k attack and 300 crit damage, if you know what I mean. So I'm definitely in a pickle right now. Maybe I'm not gonna do the fusion. Maybe I'm gonna do it. It really depends if I gotta get out of my way. Usually, because I am a content creator, this is my job. I'm usually doing all these fusions just to have the champions available, to be able to showcase them for you guys and stuff like that. But if I wouldn't be in that spot, most probably a 99.99% this would be a skip for my account. Keep in mind, most probably we're gonna get access to the test server. As soon as I get that, I'm gonna instantly bring you content on the champion, guys, so you can decide if it's worth it or not. But let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of the champion? How I mentioned, the Halloween fusion might be better, might be worse, but this champion, it doesn't seem like it's gonna change any sort of accounts. We have plenty of damage dealers out there, so let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. That was all for this video. Much love, appreciate all of you guys watching, and I'll catch you all soon in the next one. Peace.